Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update and forecast for Forex Gold. Today, February 2nd, it is Tuesday, and we have had quite a day in the marketplace. Traders, for those of you that are following our trades, we did enter a long position 3 days ago, and that was based upon a 2-day pattern and confirmation making it a 3-day pattern, and that is this piercing line here. Of course, a piercing line is where it opens at the close of a prior day's candle. It is always seen after a downtrend. You get a black candle, you get a white candle that in Forex would open at the close, so the open and close are equal because of the fix, and then it closes either at or above the midpoint. Because of the fact that these candles have a relatively small body, I really wanted to see a strong confirmation, and we saw that confirmation. We saw the market run from around 1104 to just above 117, so that when we took the trade and made the recommendation, we bought on the close right in here. So as you can see, this line that comes across actually shows the position that we entered, and that was a one large or a 100-ounce position. The following day, being Monday, we had quite a quiet day. And for those of you who listened to my forecast, my major concern was that we had superlative resistance, and we've been talking about this for the last week. Is that 1120. We really had to take out and close strongly above 1120. Well, traders, today we saw that. We opened just around 116, 117, and the market did not look back. It had a high of 1139, and for those of you who have been following my resistance points, we have major resistance in my opinion, and we'll show you where these come from in a second, at 140 and then again at 160. Now, for those of you who know my trading style and my trading, I am a staunch technician. But even a stock technician must acknowledge that it's absolutely fundamentals that move the market. So what did we see today? Well, in Business Week, the article came out talking about George Soros, and it's Soros signals gold bubble as Goldman predicts record. And apparently George Soros is helping drive up gold prices by doubling his bet in the market, even as he considers a bubble. The Soros Fund Management LLC, which manages about $25 billion, increased their investment in SPDR Gold Trust, which is the world's largest exchange-traded fund for the metal, by 152% in the fourth quarter. So George Soros is obviously in the market, and according to the article, they're predicting $1,300 gold. Let's go back to some technicals. Before we get to 1300, we've got a couple of areas that we need to overcome. The first level of resistance, I think we've safely took that out, and that was here at 120, and I'm basing it really off of this high here and some highs if we extend back. The next set of highs that I'm looking at are going to be this high here, which is right at 160, 166. Those are some areas of resistance, of course, we need to take off before the market climbs higher. Our record high, which was created back in December, is going to be another very, very strong resistance level that I think we need to overcome. Do I think the market's going to go straight up? Absolutely not. As Paul Volcker used to say, trees do not grow to the sky. They never have. They never will. We're going to see some retracements. If we are in a bull run, I will look to buy these dips, though. From a purely technical standpoint, those of you who have been listening to this update, what we began to talk about, and this is back around February 4th, was a pennant formation that we saw forming. We based that by looking at these sets of lows and extending our support line up through here, and then when we drew our resistance line, of course, we started at our record high, to these highs and tops and here. And back about 3 weeks ago, we were talking about a pennant formation that had a huge potential to break out to the upside or downside. We took a position, of course, the original position that we entered was off of this doji here, which actually signaled the bottom. We saw an inverted hammer, a large white line. We'll have to blow that up to show you. And we actually entered the trade at 1079. That was the first long position that we took over this last short period of time. And we talked about the fact that if the market in fact broke above this pennant, that it should have a lot of energy and we should see a nice breakout to the upside itself. Now, looking in hindsight, we were correct, and we absolutely have seen that. So I do think we might witness another nice strategic bull run. We're seeing a little bit of history repeat itself. Is the last time we saw a pennant formation form in gold was when we took out $1,000 for the third time and actually saw the market move to record highs. I drew my support back from here and channeled it upwards. I drew my resistance from here, those tops, and what you saw was that when the market did break above or broke through that pennant, that's when we actually saw ourselves go to record highs. I talked about that back in February, and I now think that we are seeing a setup where we could in fact go to new highs and have a sizable breakout. The following is my recommendation for those of us that are long this current gold position. I want to look to see how it reacts at 1140. The first thing that we want to do absolutely is trail our stop tighter. We're going to trail it to 1112. $1,112 per ounce. That's going to put us below these bodies, and my sentiment is we should see some wild gyrations and swing in the market. If the market does want to move higher, I want to be positioned in there. What is going to be critical right now that it has gone and closed above this 1120 mark right here, 1120, is we need to see how it reacts when and if it hits 1140. 1140 is the next point that I'm looking at resistance, and it's based on these clusters of highs in this area. So we'll see how it reacts there. If we remain bullish, and right now our stochastics look good, our fundamentals look good, so overall I do have to be bullish on the market. I will look to buy the dips and scale or add the position that we currently have. We'll see where the market goes over the next few days as this week progresses. But traders, it was a good thing to see that close over 1120. As you know, it's been a critical point, and it was something that we really needed to see happen. This is Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, wishing you all good trading. And by the way, I will post this, but we are going to be going to a subscription service. For the traders following this trade, you can still get a 1-week trial to this forecast, the Forex Gold Forecast. Go to WFGForex.com. There'll be a link on the first page. You can fill that out. You'll get a password, and that will allow you to keep getting these gold signals. If they have been helpful to you, we hope you'll subscribe, and we hope to welcome you aboard. Again, Gary Wagner, good trading to you.